Hey everyone, and welcome to 30 for 30 Yoga. 30 days of yoga for 30 minutes a day. Congratulations, you've already done the hardest part. You pressed play, and I've got you from here. So make sure you've got uncomfortable clothes, grab your mat, and let's begin in Sukhasana, easy cross-legged position. And if you need to elevate your hips and you don't have a block, I'm sitting on a block. But we don't want you to have props. You could have a bath towel, a big old book, if you need it. If your knees do not come down to hip height, then you'll need to sit on something. And then let's practice making power-filled choices, taking back your power with responsibility. So close your eyes. Remembering your choices, all of them have impact. So let's give our choice some depth. Let's start with what was my choice. My choice was to practice 30 minutes of yoga for 30 days. Okay, going deeper, why? For you, what's the answer? That's beyond the surface. What is going to keep you going for 30 days? What do you want to choose for your practice today specifically? And then ask yourself, does this choice have a physical, a mental, emotional, and or a spiritual impact? Hold your hands together in front of your heart and state that intention for your practice that you came up with. And allow yourself to begin to feel the love for yourself, that self-love that drew you onto your mat today. Honor that. Feel that love filling you completely and totally. You may keep your eyes closed as you take Malabandha, root lock. Energetically move your outer hips towards each other and draw your pubic bone and tailbone towards each other. And then with all four corners drawing into the middle, lift everything up together, reaching right up into the crown of your head. You can keep this lock through our practice and all future practices. Bring your hands down to your thighs. Stretch out your arms until your wrists rest on your knees. Bring your index finger and your thumb together. If you know Ujjayi Pranayama, you can begin it now. If you don't know it, it's a gentle constriction against the back of the throat, and you'll hear the sound of your own breath. As you exhale, try whispering the word ha, and then do the same again, just with your lips closed. Keep that as you inhale. The Ujjayi breath is the breath of victory, of success. It's traditionally done with the throat lock called Jalandhara Bandha. But we're not doing that today because that would be a whole other class. You can use this Ujjayi Pranayama throughout the rest of these 30 days of practice. Gently open your eyes. And let's come to hands and knees. From hands and knees, child's pose. Big toes together, knees wide. Use your strong abdominals to take your hips down and back. Bow. If this hurts your knees, throw a blanket behind your knees. And you can rest your head on a block or blanket if it doesn't reach the floor. This is an asana you can return to at any time during any of our practices. Draw your hands back underneath your shoulders. Come back up to hands and knees. Downward facing dog. Tuck your toes, lift your hips. So you can start in this first one with your knees bent, just to make sure that you've tilted your pelvis, sitting bones up to the sky, arms strong and straight. Then keep the pelvis, the sitting bones lifting, and straighten the legs. So you're keeping your spine in neutral and you're keeping your breath flowing freely, maybe a little faster than at the beginning, but free. Walk your feet forward. And then inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, fold. Keep lifting up on your kneecaps to protect those knees. Hands to your hips, inhale up halfway. And then keep inhaling, come all the way up to standing in Tadasana. So from here, the feet are hip bone width apart, not some version of where you think your hips are. Some people do this. Look at your hip bones like you have x-ray vision and parallel your feet. And once you've got that, allow your eyes to close. Come back into your breath, moving in and out through your nose. And again, feel that connection with what part of your body is touching the floor. That's your feet. Now let's actively engage with the earth. Press the balls of the big toes down. Keep that. Press the inner heels down. Then the balls of the pinky toes and the outer heels. Feel this energy going down from the pelvis, down through the legs, through the feet, into the earth. Feeling that earth energy pulling up through the legs into the pelvis. Feel steady, grounded through your lower body. Taking the time here, sometimes we don't want to slow down, but this can really make a difference and change your entire practice. Make it all easier. No matter what we do, you can come back to this, what you've learned here. Then adding on, extend energetically as you're going down through the pelvis, extend up. Feel that earth energy going up from the pelvis, up through the torso, down the arms, and up through the crown of your head. Open your eyes, gazing softly straight ahead. Take a wide stance. So how wide should I be? Well, unless you have an injury, bring your arms out to the sides and just measure off. So your wrist and the center of your ankle should be in the same line. I know. If you have long legs, you're hating me right now. But lower your arms down. It's fun. Turn your feet out just to the point where your knees turn out as well. So you're doing as much as you can here. The legs are externally rotating. Bow forwards a little bit so you don't want to fall backwards. Bend the knees. So we're bending the knees 90 degrees, as close to 90 as you can get them, and your arms are by your side. So feel the four corners of the feet pressing, and then energetically feel the feet pulling in towards each other, in towards, well, this diagonal line here. Gazing softly straight ahead. Feel that solidness. Let's inhale our arms out to the sides. Thumbs point up to the sky. Now turn your palms down so that you can imagine you're pressing down on any resistance you're feeling right now. Stay with it. Sink down another 2 inches. Are you still breathing? And then lower them down. Straighten the legs. Now they should be a lot warmer. Turn the feet in. Bring the feet together, Tadasana. And see if you're a little more sensitive to where you are in space here. As the thigh bones go back, so into the hip socket, the low belly goes up and the tailbone goes down. Take a wide stance. Turn your left foot in slightly, right foot out 90 degrees. Inhale, arms out to the side. Bend your right knee 90 degrees again, and then straighten it. A few more like this. So imagine you're sitting down into a chair. There is a chair right behind you, and you have to sit down low enough so that you can touch the chair seat and straighten. Now gaze across your right middle finger and keep going. Bend the knee and straighten. Bend and straighten. And this time bend. Now you've found Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2, and you're staying here. Feeling engaged in the pelvic floor, feeling engaged in the arms, gazing forward into that future. See if you need to sink down a little bit deeper. Straighten the leg, lower your arms. Take a breath. One more, same side. Bend the knee. Gaze. Warrior 2. And make sure your shoulder blades are on your back. Sounds crazy simple, but we're about to challenge that. Then bring your right forearm to your right thigh for a modified Parsvakonasana side angle. Left arm, start with it straight up to the sky. So both shoulders on the back, left arm up to the sky. And then if you choose, reach your left arm forward across the left ear and get heavier from the pelvis down that left leg. You can choose to gaze forward or upward, but if that doesn't feel good on the neck to go up, then just face forward. Soften your jaw. Inhale, come up. Warrior 2. Exhale, lower the arms down, turn the right foot in, and bring the legs together. Revisiting Tadasana, seeing if you can sense this desire to get back to Tadasana when your legs are not in Tadasana, when your arms are not in Tadasana. There's that feeling of, I'm bringing the arms down, I'm bringing the legs in to get back here. Home base. Hands together in front of your heart. Close your eyes. Reconnecting with you. So you're so focused that your practice actually becomes much easier, but much more intense. Not simple. Lower your arms, let your eyes open, take a wide stance. Other side. So now you know what's coming. Take the ball of your right foot up, turn it in. Left foot turns out 90 degrees. Arms out to the sides. Bend the left knee. And it. So again, imagine that chair. Bend, straighten. Now turn the head to look that left middle finger across the left middle finger. And up. And one more. And straighten in this one, we bend and hold. Straighten your left leg, lower your arms, take a break, take a breath, refocus your attention here. Again, inhale, warrior two. Take a breath here. Exhale, left forearm goes down, shoulders open, right arm up to the sky. There's this huge tendency to want to close off the heart as you bring your arm overhead. So keep that chest turning up to the sky. And maybe you choose to reach your right arm across your right ear. Inhale, come up. And exhale, lower the arms down. Take this left foot, turn it in, and take a moment to stay here. Exhale, hands to your hips. Inhale, pull your thighs back and lift the heart up. Stay here, chest open. Lift up on your pelvic floor. Try again. Thighs back. Now the pelvis has to come forward, but the thighs are still pulling back. Maybe you back bend further. On an inhale. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale, bow forwards halfway. Place the hands underneath, on the floor, underneath shoulders. Lengthen through your spine. Walk your hands forward. Just to the point where your heels get light. And then lift the arm bones, pull the thighs back. Walk your hands back underneath your shoulders. And then on your next exhale, bow in. bending your elbows towards the back of the room. Maybe you're not going that far. Wherever you are, your kneecaps are lifting to protect the knees so you don't hyperextend. Sitting bones are reaching up to the sky, and crown of the head is reaching towards earth. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, stay here. Inhale, come up to standing. And exhale, bring your legs together. Tadasana. Can you feel from your feet the sensitivity there, what's going on in the rest of the body? Just focusing on the feet, is it telling you your hips are turning one way, lifting one way? What about your shoulders? What about your neck and head? Listening deeply. So that when we go into more advanced things, you've already trained yourself to listen so deeply that you're ready, you're prepared. Take a wide stance. So this one, since we don't necessarily have props, I'll show you what to do. Lift the ball, the left foot up. Right foot turns at 90 degrees for Trikonasana. Inhale, arms out to the side so it looks a lot like we're about to do warrior two. But instead, you're keeping your chest pointed in the same direction. Shoulders are on the back. Again, a huge tendency to want to twist that torso to the right. Resist. Inhale. And then exhale, right hand's going to come down, left hand is going to come up. But your hand might not reach the floor, and you might not have a block. If you happen to, then you can put it on the outside of that leg, like so. If you do not, then you put the hand on the shin, but make sure you do not press with that hand, otherwise you'll hyperextend. So lift the kneecap up and feel like you're pushing the top of your right shin forward into your hand as you turn torso from right to left. Again, looking either upward or straight ahead. Lifting the pelvic floor for support. Feel that energy going down the legs and the earth rising up, energizing you. Inhale, come up. Exhale, lower the arms down. Other side, right foot turns in, left foot turns out. Oh, you could move the block or not if you don't have one. Inhale, lengthen through both sides of your waistline. Exhale, left hand down, right arm up. So here's an image to imagine. Imagine a very, very smart and good friend has taken your right hand in their hand, and one of their feet is pressed down right into the hip, and they're engaged, rooting you down here and lifting up through that right arm. And you are extending forward through the crown of the head. Inhale to lift up. And exhale, lower your arms. Left foot turns in, feet together. Tadasana. Let's come to sitting. Stretch your legs out in front of you. So, Dandasana, hands by your hips. And if you have the type of body that rounds here, see if you don't have something around you, a bath towel, a big old book, something, so that you can lift yourself up onto it, because that will tilt your pelvis forward, because that's what we need. And then wherever you're at, and just make sure you lift up on your kneecaps. Protect those knees that will be flying free there. Hands by your hips, chest open, thighs, bones down, low belly in and low back muscles in. So there's this engagement here, outer hips in, and a rooting down through both sitting bones. And that's all you're doing. If you are on props, make sure you get off of your props and get your props out of the way. And then we will lie down onto our backs. And draw your knees into your chest once you get there. Feel the weight of your hands drawing your knees in, low belly, pulls the knees in a little bit further. And then release the feet down. Open up the shoulders. You can push down with the arms to lift the chest. And then take your legs straight one at a time. And get comfortable, whatever you need to do for your Shavasana, and close your eyes. Palms are face up to the sky. Upper arm bones are rolled open. This is a gesture of a physical expression of receiving. So now you're getting out of the way. You're letting go of your body. You're letting go of your breath. Letting yourself integrate all the work that you did today in your practice. You may choose to tell the different parts of the body to relax with words, sounds, colors, light, what works for you, starting at your feet and working your way up. Begin to deepen your breath. And then make small movements in your body that work for you. Maybe wiggling toes, fingers, rolling your ankles, your wrists. Maybe you want to put gentle rolls in your entire leg. Maybe on your next inhale, you want to stretch your arms overhead, point through your toes. And then exhale, arms down by your side. And that's all. Bend our knees. Roll onto your right side. Press yourself up to a seated position. Sukhasana, that easy position. Easy cross-legged. Allow your eyes to close. Doing whatever you need to do to get comfortable so you can stay here for a couple minutes. Take your palms on your thighs, face upward. And I invite you to take this time to remember a moment when you fully loved yourself. You are fully filled with self-love. A very specific moment in time. And visit that moment now, using all of your senses. Sight, sounds, what smells were in the air, touch, taste, savor. Like you're dipping yourself fully and completely into this memory. Now bring yourself back into this space on your mat. Bring your hands together, connecting your thumbs with your heart. Asking yourself, what impact did my choice to do my yoga practice today have? Ask yourself, was this a choice to have this impact? And the answer is yes, so you answer yes. And take this moment to really allow that choice to have impact, meaning, significance. Let it matter. I invite you to take whatever gifts you received from your practice today with you off of your mat and see how it changes your day. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'm looking forward to seeing you soon. Namaste.